welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. This is the British Bionic Babe, and today we're gonna dive a little bit more into our mental health. So come on, let's have a usual talk. Thank you guys so much. I know I have seen some new subscribers. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I want to say thank you for following my story, for giving me your input, for giving me all. I mean, it's been overwhelming, and I'm thanking you guys so much for your support. I have gotten support from all over the world. I've gotten information from different people, and persons that have been through trauma has reached out to me, so I'm very grateful. And I hope that as we go along this journey, you guys will be inspired to continue to be with me and to also help your loved ones that have been through trauma. So if you didn't catch the last video, it's in the description below. I did open the series. Well, I started a new playlist about my mental health, and what I want you guys to understand is that even though I went through a physical trauma, I mean literally almost broke all the bones in my body, the mental recovery of this process is also very important, and it's very important to me. And today I'm gonna share a few things that I used to help me to get over my mental struggle. Now, I'm always a strong person, literally. I mean, I'm a Gemini. We're always strong people. But when my accident happened, and I mean from my other video, like my very last video, you've seen where I have been through a different series of traumas and I have overcome. So I'm a strong person. I have credibility that I'm a strong person. However, when my accident happened and I moved from 100 to 0, because I'm a fast-paced person, I'm very completely independent. Even if I'm in a relationship, completely independent. And I woke up to being completely dependent. That is a whole nother level of depression. And so I did talk about, as our support group, how you can help us through our mental struggle. However, I wanted to give you guys some tips today on what I have been using over the last year that actually has helped me to, get out of that funk, get out of that depression, because I am bubbly, I'm fun, I have an award-winning personality. However, I do have my bad days. So I'm human. I mean, blood runs through me just like everybody else. But I have my sad moments, I have my sad days, I have my days where I get a little bit angry at the person that took my livelihood away, when I'm reminded that, Dina Ray, certain things you still can't do and you're not going to be able to do. Now, the first thing that I'm going to look at is God. And I can tell you, if it was not for God, I would not have been here today. I would not have been able to talk to you. So I have rededicated my life into the church, into the Christian faith. I was baptized in April of 2005, but in August of that same year, I went to university. And you all know, when you go to university, what the university life is like. So to be really honest with you guys, I have been out of the church for 14 years, actively out of the church, meaning not going to church regularly, not reading my Bible regularly. I mean, I pray every day, no matter what the situation is, I give thanks. But I have not been actively into the church and into my faith for 14 years. And so when my accident happened, I thought, and I still think today, that that's God's way of saying to me, Dina Ray, I need you back into my kingdom, and I need you to bring some people with you. And so in my heart of hearts, I think that was his way of teaching me a lesson. And so I answered the call. I rededicated my life back into church, and in doing that, there were things in my church that I did not approve of. And it's very important to me that as young adults, as young people, we actually grow in a fellowship. And I have seen examples of that in other faiths, especially the Seventh-day Adventist faith, where the young people, or the people on the whole, they're very close with each other. They they worship together, they are spiritual together, they're religious together, because yes, there is a difference between being religious and being spiritual. And so I want that for my Christian community as well, because I'm a Baptist, right? So I rededicated my life into the church, and I can tell you guys, Christianity is a journey just like my road to mobility. What that means is that I am not going to get it right all the time, but I'm going to work hard to ensure that I get it right more times than not. And so as I grow in the faith, as I grow in Christianity, as I read my Bible, as I pray, as I go to Bible study, as I decide to, elevate myself on a leadership level within my Christian faith, I will become the person that God intends me to become as a Christian. And what I do currently is I have a daily bread, and yeah, that's my daily bread, and I read my daily bread every morning. And this is not something that I picked up along the way, or I'm doing it just because. It's something that my parents practiced to do ever since I've been growing up. When I was born, my mother was already a Christian, and these are things that she practiced. These are things that happen in my home on a daily basis. So I'm not that much of a cliche. But at the end of the day, I read my daily bread every morning. And it's so funny to me that when I read my daily bread, as the day plays out, sometimes what I have read in the morning actually plays out along in my day, and we're like, hey, okay, God, I see you. And it's just little reminders that He will never forsake me. And it's the same thing for you. He's never going to forsake you. And so that's the first thing in my step to my mental recovery, is ensuring that God is at the center of my recovery all day, every day. And I start my mornings with reading my daily bread. Now, the second thing that I actually use is, I'm not really big on, meditation and yoga and all of that. I mean, I've seen it in the movies and I've heard of people doing it, and now in our current state I realize that people are more into yoga as a fitness, or as a mental, as a way to get over mental strains. And so I decided to start meditation, and I had no clue what meditation is. However, this app right here, it's a guide, and it helps me. And listen, at first you may feel like, I don't need to be doing this is stupid, this is weird. However, why do you want to be a sheep? Let's be weird and stupid and unique together, because at the end of the day, nothing good is ever easy, and that plays out in every aspect of our life. And so I use Headspace, and Headspace is a meditation app. And listen to me, it not just helps you to meditate on a whole, it helps you with meditation if you would like to sleep, it helps you with meditation after and before a workout. So you have a little bit of options in the app. What I use the app to do is to help me to meditate, to find a center, to find a zen. And in meditating, the app actually talks to you, and you have the option of choosing either male voice or female voice. So depending on how I wake up that morning, I have options. I like options. So the app actually gives you the option to, choose between a male or female voice that you want to talk to you, and that voice guides you into different steps and to different activities that you need to do to help you, create a balance within your mind, within your body. And listen, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of breathing exercises, and yes, we breathe every day. However, the way how it instructs you to breathe, to relax, to be calm, it actually is phenomenal. I never thought that, because when I started, I'm like, this is so weird. Why do I need to be breathing so long? Why do I need to be breathing, But at the end of the day, as I progress, and consistency is key, as I progressed into my recovery and constantly doing this daily, just like how I read my daily bread, I realized that I've become a calmer person. Because listen, my accident has made me so angry at everything, at everybody. And what makes me even angrier is that as my recovery goes along, I keep getting new injuries, or I keep figuring out that new things are wrong with me, or new things decide to be wrong with me, and that's a little bit frustrating. That's a lot frustrating. And so my meditation helps me to be centered, helps me to know that I have to be patient and I have to trust the process, no matter how hard, how painful, or how long that is. So meditation is the second one. So as you guys know, I did my bone graft surgery almost 10 weeks ago, and so I am a little bit scared in order to start my physiotherapy, but I have started hydrotherapy. What I've now started to do is yoga, and I'm not that yoga instructor kind of guy. I'm not that yoga instructor kind of girl. What actually happened is that because of how I'm fixed, and you guys already know, the bar in my leg, entire bottom half is bionic. What happens is that I have started my chair yoga, and of course I'm gonna show you guys what chair yoga is and how you can do it, even if you've not been to a traumatic accident, how it can help you as well. And the yoga is really, I mean, it's mind-blowing. It's almost orgasmic, like almost. But it's about, you know, finding a center, finding balance. And I need balance because my accident has thrown my balance completely off. And then if you didn't know, having one eye also affects my balance. And I did have 3 fractures in my spine, so you know, I have to work on my balance too, as well as the walking. So being able to start these chair yogas have actually helped me to, you know, push start my balance in a way where it needs to be. My 4th suggestion to help you getting past your mental struggles is to find a support group. Yes, I know, you can't bother to talk to strangers, you can't be bothered to talk about your accident, you can't be bothered to talk about your trauma, you can't be bothered to talk about your mentality. However, you have to talk to somebody. So whether that's professionally, whether that's in a support group, whether you need to have that one friend that you can vent to. Because listen, we're human and we're going to accept that something has happened to us. However, at the end of the day, we need to understand that we need to live and not just exist. And that's going to take some talking. We have to come to the realization that we didn't put ourselves in this position, but we are in this position for a reason. And because we're in it for a reason, probably a reason that we're not able to see at this point, we have to prepare ourselves to be okay. So when the reason, you know, hits us, like reality slaps us in the face, we have to actually be ready for that. So you have to talk to somebody. You cannot decide to have all this anger, all this feeling, all this resentment inside of you. You have to find a way to let it out. Now, I don't know if in your area you have access to this, but taking up boxing or some physical activity that allows you to physically remove the anger that you might be feeling or the pity you might be feeling for yourself is another way that I use to get over my mental struggles. And yes, I will provide you with that video update. But try it. Try a sport that allows you to hit something or to hit someone, or yeah, boxing lets you occasionally hit someone. But a contact sport that allows you to get rid of those angry feelings, those negative feelings without any judgment. Now, these are the things that I use for my mental recovery. And as I said, it's a journey. Just like my road to mobility is a journey, it is a journey. Each of us go through, and this is my opinion, I think each of us at some point in our life go through some type of mental trauma that is providing an obstacle, providing a hindrance from us living instead of existing in this world. And as this pandemic is upon us, now is the time that we can actually realize what our mental capabilities are. And I don't know about you guys, but it's been rough on me. I mean, I have been quarantined way before this pandemic. However, I'm used to being able to get up and going where I want, how I please, with whom I please, and I'm not able to do that. And mentally that adds to the trauma that I've been through my accident. So what I'm imploring you guys to do is be one with yourself. Accept yourself for who you are and what your mental capability is now, and then be willing to improve on that. Because before, we're not about changing who we are, and we're not about changing our mentality. We're about improving on what is there, because it's already unique, it's already us. And so you have to learn to accept what it is now, and then move on to improving on that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm improving on my mental capability, because as I said, I'm not okay today. One day I will be okay, to the point where I have a hold on my mental space, I have a peace of mind, and I have accepted and moved on and improved on my mental state of thinking. And that's going to take some time, and even though it's going to take some time, we're going to do it together. So try those steps that I've said to you. Leave your comment below and tell me how it's working out for you, because even having this YouTube channel is therapy for me. And being able to talk about the things that I'm going through, being able to get the help that I need, being able to get another perspective is sometimes what I need to help my recovery along a little bit faster. So guys, that's it today for mental health. I want to thank you guys so much for being on this journey with me. I cannot thank you guys enough. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the love and support, but most of all, I appreciate the information and the perspective that you guys give to me, that I can look at for the things that I'm going through. Currently, I am 3 weeks away from getting my x-ray done to see how my bone graft surgery really went. I know for a fact that it went perfect, period, right? I know that it went great, and so I'm not too worried about it. I have started my physio, as you guys would have seen in the video. Link is in my description, and I am looking forward to walking by December 2020. So guys, remember, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.